today our goal is to talk about median, to talk about what that word means, and also how to compute it. In previous lessons, we've been talking about finding a typical number for a data set. We talked about finding mode, and that can be a number that represents what is typical for the data set. Another way that you can find a typical number is to find the median. So before we go any further, let's investigate what this word median actually means. So if you've been out with your parents in a car, you might notice this strip of land that's in between the road. This is called the median. And the median lies in the middle of the street. So if this will help you think about what median is, keep this in mind. Today we're going to talk about how to actually find median. So let's start by looking at this situation that we have here. The number of siblings for a group of 6th grade students is shown below. This is a statistical question because it was asked of multiple people, and we have variability or lots of different answers here. So in order to find the median, the first thing we want to do is to put this data in order from least to greatest. Now what I like to do so that I don't make a mistake is to put my data into a frequency table. So down here I've already set one up for us. And I'm going to go through each of my pieces of data, and I'm going to make sure to get them into my frequency table to show how many times they occur or how frequent they are in the data set. So I'm going to start with this one right here and put a tally next to 1. Notice that I'm crossing them off as I go through. That's just so that I don't make a mistake. I have 0, 2, 1, 6, 0, 2, 0, 1, 10. That's a lot of siblings. And 3. Okay, so then I like to make sure that I have all of my pieces of data, that I didn't forget anything. So let's look at our frequency. There were 3 people that have 0 siblings. 3 people have 1 sibling. 2 people have 2 siblings. 1 person has 3. 0 have 4 and 5. 1 person has 6. 0 people have 7, 8, and 9. And 1 person has 10. All right, so that means that I had 3 plus another 3 is 6, plus 2 is 8, plus 1 is 9, plus another one is 10, plus another one is 11. So I think I have 11 pieces of data. Let me just double check up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 pieces of data. Awesome. Okay, so now I'm going to order these pieces of data from least to greatest. I have 3 zeros right here. So I'm going to say 0, 0, 0. I have 3 ones right here. So I'm going to say 1, 1, 1. I have 2 twos right here. So I'm going to say 2, 2. 1, 3 right here. No 4s or 5s, but I have 1, 6. And 1, 10. Okay, let's just make sure that I still have 11 pieces of data here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. All right, we're set. Now, in order to find the median, I'm going to find the middle value. So I'm going to cross off a data piece, the lowest, and then the greatest. The lowest, and then the greatest. The lowest, and then the greatest. The lowest, and the greatest. The lowest, and the greatest. And I'm left with my median, or my middle piece of data. We're going to look at this again, but this time we're going to look at it from a line plot. And I'm going to let you know with this line plot, there's now an even number of pieces of data. And I'm just going to say that there was one more person from the previous set who was surveyed. So now instead of having 11, we have 12 people who were surveyed or who were asked the question. 12 people surveyed. So this is just if we took our data from the previous page and we asked one more person the question, and then we put it on our line plot. And I want you to see how this is going to be different because we now have a line plot, but we also have an even number of pieces of data. So I'm once again trying to find the median. So I'm going to cross off the lowest, greatest, least, greatest, least, greatest. So I have least, greatest, least, greatest. And notice since they're on this line plot, they've already been ordered from least to greatest. Least, greatest, least, greatest, least, greatest, least, greatest. Well, notice this time, because we have an even number of pieces of data, that we don't have a number that is right in the middle. Our median is right here. It's in between 1 and 2, and that's okay. So we're going to find the value that is in the middle of 1 and 2. If we think about a number line, well, we can say that it's 1.5. So our median is 1.5 siblings, which let's hope that nobody has a half a sibling somewhere. But that would be the median number. That would be one way to represent what is typical. So also here, if we were talking about the mode, see here that we have both 0 and 1 we could describe as our modes, or values that are appearing most frequently. All right, please go ahead and get out your data notes sheet. And we're going to add a couple of things to your notes sheet. The first thing I would like you to do is to fill out median up here at the top. And basically, the median is the number that marks the midpoint of an ordered set of data. When I say order, I mean least to greatest. So the number that marks the midpoint of an ordered least to greatest set of data. I would now like for you to look at this box right here that says measures of central tendency. Those are numbers that measure the middle. And I want you to find the median of this set of data. It's already been organized for you from least to greatest. Once you are finished, please write your median here. And if you have a little bit of extra time, you can also identify the mode here. You can pause this video so you can find out those values. Okay, hopefully you've had some time to identify the median of your data set. So I'm just going to go over it with you, make sure that we have the same answers. I'm going to cross off least, greatest. And remember, this has already been ordered from least to greatest. Least, greatest, 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 least, greatest. And we have an odd number of data points. There were 29 people right in the middle. And we can see that 84 is our median. Also, if you looked through your data set, you will see that 86 appeared 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. So those are our measures of central tendency, 2 measures that help us find the center of our data. So I hope this video has helped you not only identify what the median is, but be able to find it when you have both an even and odd number of data points, and to be able to find it both in a line plot and when you have a set of data.